it's not the police department that's being requested, it's the fire department.
It's only the fire department.
Right.
Okay, so you're not asking for the police there.
If I'm not mistaken, this might be the school, the old Schweitzel School get-together from 1969.
No, Terry,
No?
that's actually being, I think, held a different day.
Different than?
Yeah, that, because I think that is in June.
Yeah.
The class of 69 is doing multiple
I know they're
events.
having it right in there around there somewhere.
Yeah, but I think this is actually the Penny Packer
Okay.
family
All right.
picnic. It's
That's all.
going to be at
Okay,
the.
that's fine.
Different
Okay,
dates.
we can make a motion for that. Authorize the fire department for the police.
So moved.
I'll second.
Questions? Comments from the public? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I'm going to authorize the chief of police to advertise for and begin the process to hire a new part-time police officer.
I'll second.
Any questions? Any questions for the? Oh. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Discussion of PATS, Annual Hershey Conference, April 14th to the 17th. Got designated conference attendees, designated voting.
I guess my question is, what did we do last year?
I was the voting delegate last year because I was the only one there at that session, I believe.
Yeah.
But I think last year, did you go last year? Terry Saxon go last year. I think the other supervisors went and Ronnie you went. And our manager, I don't think our new manager was going.
Loading my calendar right now. My wife is a financial planner and tax accountant. I'm looking at the calendar right now. Tax day is right around that corner, so I am not going. I'll be home with my kids.
I think that's a good choice.
Yes, it is a good choice, trust me. And it was later. Yeah.
Next motion. Are you going to go this year, Ronnie? Since Ronnie, myself, and Terry.
All right, so be a motion for the three of you, Bonnie, Terry, Marla, to attend the PSAT's annual conference, April 14th through the 17th.
Make a motion?
I don't think we're all going to be there all the days, but
No.
some of us will be there some days.
So moved.
I'll
Comment?
second.
Comment from the public? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, now the public comment.
Do you want to designate one of you as a voting delegate for the PSAT's conference?
Yes. Marla, do you want to do?
It looks like I made the committee. I think that's usually on Tuesday.
I think so. If not, Monday.
I'll be there.
All right, so there's been a motion for Marla to be the voting delegate to the PSAT's conference.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Public comment.
Yeah, Brian, let me give over 2 comments. One, Terry, if you could expound on your comment at the very end regarding the minutes meeting. You said, quote, "They're not right." If you could expound on that. And the other question I have for you is regarding the motion made by Chuck Lenke, the supervisor, regarding videotaping by the township. How does that affect then a public member videotaping in the township meetings or any meeting?
The wording is wrong for, in the,
Can you elaborate on what you mean by the word of the law?
it wasn't correct. It's not for what the tape says, okay?
And as regards to the videotaping, my understanding is even if the township videotapes, the public has the ability to video
think that's contained in the Sunshine Act, otherwise known as the Pennsylvania Public Meeting Law, which allows, everyone here has a cell phone recording devices. I think the stipulation is as long as you do not disrupt the meeting, anyone can do audio or video to any public meeting. Is that correct?
I think that's correct.
Chuck, you may.
Well, you answered the question that I was going to,
Yes.
I was going to ask, is what is within means in terms of sunshine, obviously, we're making sure that we're doing everything correctly, and the answer is,
Any other public comment? Yes. Linda.
Linda Jansen, Simmons Road. Just a quick question about the budget that was passed last meeting and the meeting before that. Primarily on the sewer side. I brought up my concern about what appears to be an inflated amount of connections, the tie-in figure number, but after further review on the expenditure side, I guess my question for the Board of Supervisors is, on the sewer budget, you have $117,000 worth of engineering into the budget as an expenditure. And on the general fund side, you have $62,500 in engineering costs, for a total of $179,500. What projects does that represent? I guess mainly on the sewer side. That's $117,000 in addition to the $62,500 usually allocated for engineering. So you have a $40,000 line item, a $2,000 line item, engineering, sanitary line expansion. I'm assuming that's for Riverside, Fulmer, and Babington. Review of that, because that's already engineered. And then under chart of account 429,661, sewer capital improvements, engineering, 75,000. So if such a large amount has been earmarked, what project does this apply to?
I don't have the budget on.
I don't have that information in front of me. If you allow me to see if I can find schedules that speak to that and drill down into the detail of each and every one of those accounts, and hopefully I can provide you with the answer.
Okay. The only reason I brought that up is because if that perhaps is an inflated number on the expenditures, and, my concern was on the revenue stream coming in, the tie-ins, it appeared that it was representing 61 tie-in connections, creating about a $250,000 shortfall in the revenue, because it does not appear that we will have 61 tie-ins next year. So the reason I was asking about this, if this isn't allocated for a specific project, then the two might offset one another. So then we're not looking at a $250,000 shortfall, what appears to be a $250,000 shortfall in the revenue. So, but I have voiced opinions about more so the sewer. The general fund seems to be in order, but the sewer fund budget is kind of askew. So so you're saying that there isn't a specific project that you've allocated $75,000 in capital funds and $40,000.
I think what he said is he's going to look into it, and if you want to come in, how long do you think it'll take to review a week? Is he going to look at that?
If you would be patient with me,
No.
it may take a little longer than a week. So I need to keep my hands on certain bits and pieces of information that might not be readily available. So
Well,
I'll find it. I'll find out eventually.
perhaps Andy Belwar can help us out here. I think if amendments have to be made to a budget, is it February 15th?
Only in years where there are new supervisors seated. So we don't have that. It's weird. It's that you can't do it in the odd number of years, only in the even number of years after municipal election.
So if you have an inaccurate budget, there's no way to correct it?
There is not a mechanism in the second-class township code for that. And in the end, keep in mind, as you know, the budget is the projection
It's
on certain
projections.
things.
Yeah, and as I had stated before, if you're only talking, 10,000, 20, a couple of tens of thousands of dollars, but when you're looking at $250,000 and hundreds of thousands of dollars of discrepancies, then that's a little bit more than,
So let him do some work and we'll get back to you and we'll see from there.
thank you.
Any other public comment?
I have one, I'm sorry about that. I just want to be sure before we adjourn this meeting, can people hear me? No? Before we adjourn this meeting, I want to be sure that everybody knows and lets their friends and their neighbors know we have some vacancies. We have 1 vacancy on Planning Commission, we have 3 vacancies on Park Board, and we have a Environmental Advisory Council we need to staff. We have received some interest on all of those. We want to be sure everyone has the opportunity to express interest and send in information about themselves and their qualifications for these vacancies. So we are not going to address those yet, but we'll be addressing them over the next month. So if you or anyone you know has an interest in any of these vacancies, please send your information forward to our township manager.
Any other comments?
Dana Valenti, 231 Goshen Road.
I hear your name.
Dana Valenti, Valente. And I understand that we spoke already about the sidewalk and the possibility of getting grants for Goshen Road. I was just wondering if there was also any progress on the 4-way stop at Goshen and Grimley.
I'll speak to this. I did reach out to the police chief, and he had indicated to me this was the week before Christmas, I believe, that he would be looking into this immediately into the new year. I knew there were a couple things, I'm looking at Officer Burns right now, but I knew there were a couple things that he had to get accomplished before that's done. Can you give a potential update?
The only thing that I had mentioned is we are putting out a traffic counter. I don't know when. It's going to be as soon as possible, hopefully this week. If it hasn't been put out yet, I was out Friday, so I wasn't on duty. And that's the only thing I can mention right now. I have been sitting out there, really just patrolling for right now. But studies have to be done no matter what in order to put signs in. So
Can we move forward with
now. What's that?
Can we move forward with that? It's just that we've been talking about them for a while now. And I had to say, I had to take my child to the doctor's today, so I was able to get them off the bus and get home early from work. And I stood at that corner, and not only did vehicles move quickly through that intersection, but a school bus that was passing was traveling at a very, very high rate through that intersection with myself, 2 other parents, and one of those parents had a preschool child with them as we're standing at that corner of the bus stop. So I just would like to see something to start moving forward.
And as I said, I've been sitting out there patrolling, and we are going to get the traffic counter out there. So it's a step-by-step process.
Can we get a date for that traffic counter?
I cannot give you a date, but it's going to be as soon as possible.
So that we can hear it as soon as possible.
In defense of the police department, if I might interject, when you're doing a traffic analysis or a count to check against warrants, which is what this is, they can't do that over a holiday. They have to do it during typical traffic times. So even if the department were given a directive to do it, which they probably were a few weeks ago, they couldn't actually start that until life gets past the holidays and resumes to normal schedules. So that would have to go into this month of January.
That's understandable, and I guess it's what I'm just asking is that
Yeah, I don't think it's.
That I can come back in a couple weeks and still hear that we're trying to still get a counter up there. So that's all I'm asking. I understand there's holidays, and believe me, I'm sure there's plenty of other things too, but I'm just looking that we set a date or we move forward, start acting on it, because every day there's kids out there.
I agree.
Thank you.
Donna?
I guess my question is from Marla. Since we have seats available on the park committee, I'm not sure why you're starting this new committee. Like, why couldn't we work together? I mean, the Parks is interested in open space, the park is interested in the environment. I have open seats available. We would welcome anybody who would want to come and sit on our board. Why are we having two committees that kind of serve the same purpose? EAC.
Well, I'm not an expert on the EAC. The board in its entirety was involved in approving it, and they have completely different mandates.
But it would be something that we could combine together rather than starting a whole committee. Because my concern is, with every new committee, working committees are great, but they also require township funds. And the park board, we already have difficulty getting funds for the projects that have been passed down to us through the years. We have the centennial coming out. We're going to be looking for some financial help from Lower Frederick Township to help kick that off with, in relationship with Upper Frederick. So I just thought maybe rather than starting a new committee, those individuals could come and sit on the park board and get their feet wet, and we could understand what they're doing and they could understand what we're doing.
Well, again, the two groups have completely different mandates that are not alike or compatible, but also the good news is that we asked at least Rachel Hendricks about the budget for the EAC, and she said the budget, the request would be zero, so there's no money that will be taken away from the Parks Board.
Okay. The community that I've managed for 25 years, Lower Makefield Township, has had a EAC in place for over 15 years. As Marla stated, their agenda can be very, very different than the Park and Rec Board agenda. We also have a Park and Rec in Lower Makefield. And the EAC will be involved in a number of environmental protective initiatives, like wetland buffer ordinances, et cetera, And yeah, there may be overlapping, but not all that much. And once the EAC gets started, I think you'll see that they'll be heading in a very, very different direction. That's my take.
Thanks.
All right. If that's the case, have a motion to adjourn.
I'll move.